The majority of British people, when asked for the name of the most famous steam locomotive in the world, nearly always opt for Flying Scotsman.
Confusion that exists in some people's minds, of course, because there is the Flying Scotsman train and the Flying Scotsman engine, and there's a subtle difference that this is Flying Scotsman, the train is the Flying Scotsman, and it is in fact two distinct things, but very confused in the public's mind.
Flying Scotsman's Doncaster works plate confirms that the engine started life as part of a batch of Flying Scotsman's last run in BR service took place on January the 14th, 1963, and attracted huge public interest, with the national media of the day on hand to record the event. Once again, government interest was being focused on the railways.
In '63, Alan Pegler bought it and started to run it, and he exploited the fact that it was the Flying Scotsman to some degree, and as time has gone on, it's probably got more famous because of that.
With 2,076,000 miles on the clock, Flying Scotsman was withdrawn from service immediately after the January the 14th run. Its preservation had already been secured with purchase by the new tender was painted to match the locomotive, and the cabside number was moved to the new tender, allowing the LNER coat of arms to be displayed on the cabside, just like it had been when the locomotive was new. At the end of BR Steam, 4472's mainline contract was unique. Apart from the opening show, however, the Aussies were looking for a real high spot of some sort.
I felt that it would have been nice to achieve something in Australia that would be remembered, and I mean, we certainly couldn't go for a speed record in any circumstances.
In July 2003, the 150th anniversary of Doncaster Works was celebrated with one of the biggest gatherings of historic railway locomotives since the end of BR Steam. Flying Scotsman returned literally to its birthplace. Flying Scotsman's most important public appearance since becoming part of the National Collection was to star at the official Railfest opening. Following Railfest, Flying Scotsman was taken into the National Railway Museum's workshops for urgent repairs to make it fit for a planned series. It was followed later in the day with a fully loaded test run from Carnforth around the Hellifield circuit. Once again, the phenomenal drawing power of the famous loco was demonstrated as huge crowds snapped up tickets to ride behind the most famous steam locomotive in the world.